Welcome everyone to Dragon Quest FM, where we talk about and obsess over Dragon Quest. I'm Austin,
I'm BJ.
and this week we're actually playing a game
It's a game.
because it's been a while. And as everybody knows, last week was April Fool's Day, right?
Mhm.
So this is kind of like some April Fool's Day shenanigans where I have a list of things that could be true or false. They
Okay.
could be completely made up, or they could be, actual things. BJ's going to try to guess,
hmm
but also we want listeners to try to guess. Some of them, most of them are about Dragon Quest. Some of them are personal. So we'll just kind of pause and let people at home try to think like,
Like,
oh, that sounds like it's probably going to be accurate. Um, I do want to say though, before we start playing, that we got a ton of comments about the previous episode.
right.
Uh, Pretty much everyone exclusively agreed with you on Chrono Trigger, like I knew that they would.
Yeah.
Um, I think my personal favorite though was the comment that said you needed to be fired for saying DQ4 content should be cut. That one made me snicker a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I know it's blasphemy to so many people whenever I talk about it. Like, I just keep that one to myself.
yeah.
I said the
So
quiet part out loud. Nobody likes it.
it's true. So like for example, today when we're playing this game, I might say BJ should be fired. And then, people at home can guess.
Be
And
like,
then,
true.
oh, wow, you're saying true?
No, they would be
I
like,
expect
true in their car as they listen to this.
it's true. I expected you to say false, though, at least defend
False.
yourself.
I should not
Uh,
get fired.
Um, all right. So, anyway, so that's how it's going to work. Just kind of a fun Dragon Quest trivia kind of episode. Um, we're going to go ahead and jump in because I wrote like a ton of these because that was just kind of fun. I don't even know if we're going to have time for them all. And then again, maybe this will take up 10 minutes and then we'll be like, oh, that was a short one.
Yeah.
Who knows? But we're going to get started. All right. So the hero in Dragon Quest V, right?
Okay.
With me so far?
Yep.
His actual canon name is Pancraz Jr.
I think that's true.
You think it's true?
I think it's true.
All right.
It's been a long
It
time.
is drum roll. I'm not going to do this every time. No, it's actually false.
It's
Pancras
false.
Jr. is not. Like years ago now, I feel
Right.
like I saw a video on like Twitter or YouTube or somewhere where somebody was playing it and
Uh-huh.
they had named their character Pancras Jr. and it's just stuck with me all these years. I was
Oh,
like, that's a good name. That's something good to name your character. It made me laugh.
and I'm thinking of it as like, oh, you start out, you see the baby being born, it gets named. And I'm like, it's been a while since I've played five, so I'm like, yeah, that may be what it is. So okay,
No, so it's false. I would argue that it should be his canon name.
it is. It is now, according to us.
They call him PJ for short.
Yep.
Little
I would
PJ.
never.
Uh, um, Gourdzilla is the real name of a monster in Dragon Quest. Gourdzilla.
Oh, I don't remember it, so I'm going to say false. It
It's
sounds like it
actually true.
should be,
It's
but
true
it is
in Dragon
true.
Quest VII. Yeah.
Okay. Gourdzilla. I don't remember that at all, but I'm like, that one's almost too good to be a DQ pun. That I was like, that,
It's really good.
that was, yeah.
It's really good, and it's one that like it doesn't show up in a lot of the games.
hmm
You know.
Okay. I'm doing bad at
Um,
this.
it's okay. We got a long way to go. In all the Dragon Quest games, you never actually get a dragon to freely ride around on.
No, it's false. You do.
Can you tell me the Dragon Quest game that you ride a dragon freely on?
It's six, isn't it?
Okay, this is a fun tangent, okay? Because I have memories of riding a dragon in Dragon Quest 6.
Right.
But it apparently it's just in animations. You never
You
actually
never
can.
actually fly the dragon?
I think it's like a Mandela effect. Yeah, because I looked into this because I was like, there's no way that's true.
Yeah.
And but no, it's true. DQ6 kind of is the closest that I could find because of that, because of you riding the dragon.
Uh,
But you don't get to, you're not just on the dragon's back the way you are like the god bird
Godbird, yeah. Like
or
maybe
like
I'm
the flying
conflating the
bed or
Godbird
anything.
flying it and then making it a dragon in my head, but it's like I swear I see the 3DS screen with you on the back of the dragon.
I thought I did too, and yeah, I think it's like Mandela effect.
Wow. I really did.
I know.
Huh.
I did too, but I could not find it anywhere, and I'm obviously not going to play through the entirety of Dragon Quest VI in a week
To
to
be
try to
able to
find this out
answer this
myself.
one.
Yeah, but like I dug in deep in the internet and watched some videos, and yeah, it blows my mind. In no Dragon Quest
Huh.
game do you actually ride a dragon around.
I
Seems like you
really
should.
thought that it was at the end of six.
Yeah. Um, all right. Yuji Horii will celebrate his 80th birthday this year.
He's older than that, I think, right? It'll be like 90, I think.
So you're going false.
I'm gonna go
I'll be
false.
90. It is false, but he'll actually only be 73.
Really? I thought he was older than that. I thought I'd read
I did too.
recently. I thought I'd read an article where it talked about Yuji Horii and that I remember it being older than I expected him to be. And so I guess I just kind of expected him to be at this point like 70 something. And I'm like, no, he's way older than I expected to be. But no, okay. Huh, I know. Sorry, Yuji Horii, that I thought you were
But
like 20 years older than you are.
but you got one right because it was
Right,
false.
right. This false.
You're
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
you're wrong
false. It's
about the
true that it's
number,
false. Yeah.
but you were at least correct that it was false. So you've got 1 point so far.
I
For
swear I
anybody,
read that he was way older than I thought he was. Like, how old did I think he was like a month and a half ago?
I don't know. I do think we need to keep score though. That way people listening can like see how they do against you. So you have
Right.
1 point right
Of
now.
1 point. All right.
All right. Is this actually a quote from Dr. Agon or just something you and I jokingly say because you say it?
Oh
Okay.
no. Oh
Oh,
no.
yes, indeedy. Is that something Dr. Agon actually says in Dragon Quest V or just something you and I joke about constantly?
Hmm. I'm gonna say we joke about it.
So false, it's not an actual
False.
quote.
We joke about it.
No, it's true. He does
That was
really
true. He
say
does say
that
yes, indeedy.
in the DS version of the game. Yeah.
That's something that I can totally see. Like that one was a crapshoot. That was 50-50. Like I can
And
see
while we were on the subject, I also added BJ beat Dragon Quest V. Is that true or false? Because I don't know.
that one's false. I never did actually go all the way through it.
Okay. I could not remember. You got really far into
Got
it.
really far into it. Like it happens the same thing that happens to almost every JRPG. I get to a point that is roughly 85% through the game, and then I stop playing it for a while and never go back.
That's crazy.
It's weird. I don't know
Although,
what like I love JRPGs so much, but I don't see the end of JRPGs very often at all.
is it because like somewhere around the 85% mark is where almost every JRPG puts their like super mega hard dungeon before you get to stuff?
Not necessarily. It's just something I like. Usually that's how long my attention span is. Something else will grab it for maybe a week or so, and then I just don't end up going back to wherever I was in the other game. And so I just constantly, it's like job hopping. It's like I never quite finish out the project before I go on to to the next position. And like I'm really bad about this, like very bad about it. And don't see the credits in a lot of RPGs. Like I see like 85-90% of the game.
You have RPG ADHD.
I
You
do.
have you have Rupagagahood.
Rupakaga. True. True. I got
um,
two.
Dragon Quest IX holds a Guinness World Record.
Yes, it does.
It is true. You get a bonus point if you can tell me what world record it is. Same for anybody listening. You get a bonus point.
What was it? Oh God. The Was it the most connected people on Street Pass at a time or something like that? I don't remember. I remember it happening. I remember us talking about it, but I can't remember exactly what it
You're
was.
you're going down like the correct path here, but The world record that it holds is for most popular ad hoc wireless game feature for DS, which I
Wow,
have to imagine is not a super competitive
it's
category.
true. Like that's one like I found out recently that you could pay like $10,000 and suggest and get a Guinness record in whatever you would suggest if they approve it. That one feels like Nintendo wanted a Guinness record for this and
It's weird too, especially that it has 4DS at the end.
yeah,
Like
4DS, like not even ad hoc wireless feature for a game. 4DS. I guess they
yeah.
never wanted this game to lose that record.
It's weird because when you think of other like Guinness World Records, like longest fingernails, right?
Right.
It's not like longest fingernails from someone with a vitamin B deficiency.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's just longest fingernails. So
Yeah.
it's weird that it's
This
so
is a weird
specific for
one.
this one.
Yeah, it's like I
Yeah.
thought I was feeling it had to do with Street Pass, but I couldn't quite think about what it was. Yeah. I was thinking it was about being connected because like for so long it was really popular to walk around with your DS to trade like in Japan especially to trade maps.
Yeah.
So, huh.
All right, here's another one. BJ almost missed a flight once because we were busy trying to beat Dragon Quest swords.
That's true. That one's true. That
That is
one
true.
was very true because I was just like waiting until literally the last minute I could leave so that I had enough time to get through security, drive from Palm Beach to Orlando and get through security in time.
And honestly, if there had been one even slightly like yellow line on the GPS traffic jam, like
Uh-huh.
I think
I
you
don't
you
think I
would
would
have
have made it. I also got
you would
yelled
have
at
sped
the
through.
airport that day. That was one of my favorite slash airports are stupid times because I was in a rental car. And so I'd driven down from Orlando at a conference and then driven back up to Orlando to fly back out. And so it was hot. It's hot in Florida. And rental cars, it was a cheap rental car, so it didn't have like the best AC in it. So like my back was sweaty after 2.5 hours of sitting in the car in the sun going up the turnpike. And I go in and I'm playing, and I'm standing through line, and I've got my backpack on and everything, but I have to send it through custom security and through the X-ray and everything. And then I step through the whatever the microwave scanner is, the well, I don't even know what it's called, not microwave, but whatever the whole
Yeah,
thing is. And they pulled me aside because my back showed up on it. Like my back was sweaty. The back of my t-shirt was sweaty. And so they were like having to pat me down and touch this and figure out what it was. And they got mad at me and told me to dry myself off next time and don't sweat so much whenever before I go through security. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. It was like I'm going to go make sure that I towel dry my shirt off and wring it out. Like it wasn't wet, it was damp. And it was like, but they were like, no, I'm like, no, that's the stupidest thing. They're like, don't sweat so much so you can get through security. And I'm
that's
like,
weird.
yeah, it was one of the most ridiculous things. That and they got mad at me at a different one for having a laptop charger that had a transformer on it. They said I should use a different laptop charger when I go through security, as though that's a whole thing. Like
It had a
who the heck?
transformer on it, like a literal like transformer like toy
No,
like
no, no.
robot.
Like the like it had a brick in the middle of it where,
No,
and they
I
got mad at me
understand.
for having that going through security. They pulled my entire bag aside to check and see what it was,
Hmm.
and I'm like, this is. And then they got mad at me coming back in from Mexico. It was like I've had the worst luck with security going through at
It's
different
just one
times.
of those faces.
I do. I have one of those backs.
TSA is like that guy.
It's true. Even coming home from
Um,
Barcelona, I got pulled by the Spanish security and they had to go through my bag. And it's like, I'm just standing in line. They hadn't even checked
hmm,
my ID yet. They didn't know I was an American. They just chose it. And I'm like, this is great. This is great.
that is weird. All right. In Dragon Warrior, there was a stairs command to go upstairs.
I'm going to say yes because you had a command for just about everything.
It's true. Yeah, it's one of those
Yeah.
annoying commands from older games. All right. In Dragon Warrior 2, there was a stairs command for going up the stairs, but not down them.
I'm going to say false because that sounds really annoying to have
It's
to remember.
false.
That sounds
Yeah.
annoying to have to remember. It
No,
also sounds
it's
like something that could be true because somebody was like, because they couldn't get the programming right for it. It sounds like something that they would do in the 80s because they couldn't
yeah.
quite figure it out. But they're like, ah, it'll be fine, but we want you to be able to interact with it. Like
I
it's
I
the,
gotcha. Yeah.
but I'm
All
gonna say
right.
false. Yeah.
The Questy Boys are dead now.
No, that's false. The Questy Boys live forever. The
Okay,
Questy Boys 5 ever.
we need more mysteries to solve.
We do need more mysteries to solve.
It was funny because I think it was Platy recently sent me like just a thing where I think it was in maybe Dragon's Den chat
Oh
or
yeah.
maybe some Discord or whatever where they were talking about like Questy Boys stuff and we still get Questy Boys jokes thrown our way even though we haven't done one of those
In
in
a
like a
long
year or more.
time, yeah.
But people listening, give us some mysteries and the Questy Boys will try to solve it.
That's
Um, this was just my not so clever way of asking people to, send us mysteries because I would love to do another Questy Boys episode.
that's
It's
the
just
Questy
been,
Boys was hilarious.
yeah. All right. The original Puff Puff in Dragon Quest III featured nudity.
False.
False. Yes.
False. That was on NES and nobody wants to
I,
see that.
I thought I was going to get you with that one. Akira Toriyama got the idea for a slime from eating Jello.
True. It was eating something, right? It was like some sort of candy.
No,
No?
false. I mean,
False.
maybe. I don't know. It's false. Yuji Horii wanted a slime, and then
Oh.
Akira Toriyama drew the slime that way. But it did not come from eating Jello.
Oh. Well, that's sad. That is a sad, sad thing that didn't happen.
Yeah. I just picture Akira Toriyama sitting. You know that scene at toward the end of Jurassic Park with the girl and she's got the spoon and the Jello starts shaking? Like Akira Toriyama's just sitting down and the Jello
He's
starts
like,
shaking, but instead of being terrified of a velociraptor, he's like,
he just has an epiphany. Just,
yeah, just goes on and makes one of the best designs of all time.
yep.
Um, okay, so remember there's gonna be some personal ones here. So you don't have to answer this one right away to give people at home a chance to think if this is just like a
Okay.
April Fool's Day fact made up or if it's something true.
Oh no.
We both had the same couch when we first got married. True or false? And BJ doesn't even remember. So let's
We
see
did.
if he
We did. It's true.
it is
We
true.
we
I
did.
bought your couch
Yeah,
when I
you
first got
did.
married. I bought your couch.
It was that blue couch. It
Yes.
yep. I was thinking back to where you lived and like running through it in my head of all the different places. I'm like, it's true, we did.
Yep. And we left that couch for my cousin and his wife when we moved out. And they went on to sell that house. And to this day, if you go on Zillow, it because it sold like years ago, but
Yeah.
still, even though it's been like 10 years ago when it sold, the pictures on Zillow still have that couch. And it's so
Nice.
surreal because like some of our stuff is in all the pictures that we
That
just
would be
left
really
there for my
surreal,
cousin and
yeah.
his wife. Yeah, it's so weird. Anyway, um there's no new original music in the soundtrack for Dragon Quest XI.
That's false.
It is false. People
Yeah.
give DQ11
Hard
soundtrack a
time.
hard time. Yeah. But no,
But
there
no,
is new
it's
original music in it.
yeah, I mean, and that I mean, yeah, of course there's new music in it. Like we had the composer was still alive at that time. They had new areas. They riffed on old stuff, of course, but yeah, it
It
had
did
new
have a
music.
lot of like, yeah, it did have a lot of like repeats, but still. Dragon Quest VIII was the first DQ game to be released by Square Enix.
False. It was DQ7, right?
No, it's true actually. DQ8 was the
Really?
first one after the merger. Yeah.
I thought DQ7 had the Square Enix on it.
Nope. DQ7 was 2000 and it was still Enix and it was still Dragon Warrior too. That was the last game
Yeah, it
to
was
be.
Dragon Warrior 7. You're right. I didn't realize that I guess I didn't realize that the Quest came back with Square Enix, that I was thinking that
Mhm.
it it was just Quest with 8 that changed. I didn't realize that Square Enix changed as well.
Once they merged, they were just like, we are too powerful for your pathetic copyrights.
Yep. And
Or maybe TSR's just expired. I don't know.
yeah, probably did because TSR. If I don't know if you've read any of the like history books about TSR and everything that happened in the 90s and the 90s and early 2000s, because it was a lot that they let go. Like they liquidated so much stuff. of course they that would be something they let go.
Yeah. Austin's favorite Dragon Quest character of all time is Stella from DQ9.
That is blatantly false.
It is false.
You hate her.
I hate Stella so much. Um, when it comes to Nira, Bianca, or Deborah, Yuji Horii is Team Nira.
False. I think you've seen Bianca, right?
You're correct. It's false, and it's Team Bianca. Yeah, good
Right.
job. I think you deserve 2 points for that one
Oh,
because you knew what team he was on. Same thing for anybody listening. If you got the team right, you can also give yourself an extra arbitrary point.
they're not arbitrary, they're self-esteem.
So how many points do you have right now?
I don't know. I thought you were counting.
I'm pretty sure you have 8 points right now.
8. Okay.
Um, Dragon Quest X is getting a global release.
Just gonna cover my
True,
face up and
true or false?
false.
False. It is false.
False.
It's never gonna
Never
happen.
gonna happen. Whatever
Um,
happened to DQ10 offline? I haven't seen anything mentioned
it's
about about that continuing on after the initial part of it. Have you
I
seen
mean it I
anything?
mean it exists in Japan
Yeah.
still. I assume the newest version of DQ10 is like the end of the story, it
Yeah.
said. So I kind of want to believe that we'll get like the rest of the story. I say
Yeah.
we, I mean they. They will get the rest of the story um at some point.
Yeah.
I assume let's be honest, I think it comes down to how many people stop playing DQ10 online
Yeah.
and if they see that they can make money by releasing
By
an
releasing
offline
it.
version
True.
of for the rest of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I hadn't heard anything about it in so long that I was like, wait, is that still a thing that they're updating and putting out?
Yeah. All right, next one. Austin, that's me, once punched BJ, that's you. Austin once punched BJ in the stomach for being, quote, too upbeat. True or
Yeah, I'm gonna
false?
say true. It sounds true.
All right, I'll give people at home just a chance. No, it's false. I put false, but it sounds real.
It does.
I have never laid my hands on you, sir.
I could swear. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know why. I could swear us being in the SRC by the whiteboard, my mind immediately went to you getting up from a computer, punching me in the stomach, and turning right back around.
No, no, never happened. It
Man,
sounds like something that
it
could happen.
it does. Well, I also, you say that about laying hands on me, which I guess is true. But we mess around with each other so much when we worked there together. Remember the time I threw a magic card at you and it went perfect, like a Magic the Gathering card, flicked it at you like Gambit, and it hit you in the throat and cut, like made your throat bleed.
Kind of.
Like that's one of
Yeah.
my favorite things that
Yeah.
ever happened at work was I just kind of flicked it like Gambit and it went perfectly like razor sharp and made you like a slit, slit your throat.
That kind
It
of that kind of sounds familiar now
like
that you're
right at
saying
your
it. Yeah.
Adam's apple.
Yeah.
It was funny and like so I was like I thought of that and I'm like of course you punched me at some point for being too upbeat.
Yeah. But no, I didn't. All right, moving on. Dragon Quest XI was almost subtitled Echoes of Aeons Past.
I'm gonna say true because that sounds really familiar.
No, false.
No?
I've just made that up.
All right. It sounds like the kind of garbage subtitle that no one can remember.
It
So,
does. It's just close enough to Echoes of an Elusive Age that it
uh-huh.
sounds like it could be right.
It could be. Yeah, I'm just like I'm still not a fan of DQ subtitles. Like they always I understand why they
They're a
put
little
them on
cheesy.
there. They're cheesy and they feel arbitrary to me. I don't It's like subtitles on movies a lot of times. Like apparently I just don't like subtitles.
Although to be fair though, Dragon Quest Heroes, the World Trees Woe and the Blight Below, I still love because it's stupidly long and it rhymes and it's just fun to say.
It does. Like that one is dumb long, but yeah.
And so, I don't know if this has ever come up, but really quickly, I think we have enough time for me to share this story. Back when I played Dragon Quest Heroes when it was new, right?
Hmm.
Naomi, my oldest daughter, was like a newborn, So my wife and I were home together a
Right.
lot, with this newborn baby and like slightly sleep deprived. And so it's just like you kind of do the small things to keep yourself alive,
Uh-huh.
right? And one of those was that anytime Grace would be like, "Hey, what are you playing?" I would always say the full name of the game. Or like when anytime I brought it up to her, or she was like, or she would be like, "What game is this?" I'd be like, "Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe, and The Blight Below." Just every single time.
Anything to amuse yourself for
Or
that
like,
6 seconds.
hey, I think I'm gonna beat Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe, and The Blight Below today. Like, just like sneak it
How
in.
tired of it did Grace get?
I honestly think it was one of those things that, she's like a new mom, and
Just
I think she just didn't
right
care.
past.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But it was
Just
like it amused myself. And anyway. All right. Next one. Jason Bateman voiced a character in Dragon Quest VIII.
false.
No, it's
Uh,
true,
it's
actually.
true. I've
Yeah.
never heard
He
that.
he voices Prince
I
Charmley.
Shamley. I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm lying. It's totally
Oh,
false.
I was like, I was
But
like,
but you have to think, 2004 Jason Bateman seemed just famous enough, but
just right
not
there.
famous enough
Uh-huh.
that he would like voice a character in a Dragon Quest game.
Yep. I was like, that's fine. I was thinking about like they got all of the promo stuff for DQ9 as well. Like they had super celebrities and like
Celebrities.
the
Yeah.
DS lounge and everything. So yeah, I was like, that's possible, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Dragon Quest IV was the first DQ game to have mini medals.
No, that was three, right?
You tell me, true or
I think it's
false?
false. I think it's false. I think it was three.
No, it's true. It was
It is true. It
DQ4
was four?
in the like original run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Dragon Quest IV
danged.
was the first DQ game to have mini medals. All right, next one. BJ should be fired for wanting content removed from a Dragon Quest IV
I'm
remake.
gonna say false. Everybody at home is just like, yeah, get him. But no, I'm gonna say false because I stand by what I said.
Yeah. Um,
I think
I
they ought to
seriously have
remove the
that written
first part
down
of it.
though. Like even a week ago, I was planning on making that joke. Um, DQ9's protagonist has the canon name Sentinel.
False.
No, it's true.
That's
Sentinels of the
true?
Starry Sky.
I
He is
didn't realize that
Sentinel.
was his name though.
It's false. It's false.
I was
Yeah, I'm
like,
just I'm just lying to you.
I was like, they have weird names for everything, but I was like, I've never heard that one. Like that one.
No, it's false.
Okay.
Austin once got sushi fever, which may or may not have been a parasite, but we'll never know.
Gonna pause for the audience. That one's true. You guys, he would not shut up about getting the sushi fever after eating at this local place called Yamato for the first
For the
time.
first time with BJ.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it was so good,
it
and
was so good.
it's all I could think about for at least 2 weeks, and I just continued eating sushi from there for like
Dude.
2 weeks,
It was like a
and
tapeworm that only wanted sushi.
it was raw like tuna, spicy tuna raw.
Yeah.
So maybe it was.
But
There's like an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where that happens, where like it ends up that like they ate raccoon meat and it was like a tapeworm,
you've told me
and
about that. Yeah.
it's a fantastic episode of that show. But anyway, like part of me is like maybe that did happen when I ate sushi that time with
Wow.
you.
Maybe so, but man, I'll never forget sushi fever. That I've never seen a person want sushi that much in my life, but it was really good sushi. Like I don't know if I've ever had like sushi that was just straight up that good.
It was very good. All right, we got 9 minutes and 5 of these to go.
Okay,
So DQ12's first reveal to now, to this moment in time, is longer than all of DQ11's development.
true.
It is true.
It
Isn't
is
that
true.
insane?
Like we,
DQ DQ11's development was 4 years.
yeah,
DQ11 from starting it to getting it out, originally like what,
including all
2017.
the announcements between.
And they released like a 3DS version and a PS4 version.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, it was 4 years, and right now it'll be 5 years in May when that DQ12 was just like announced.
We better see
Um,
something at DQ Day this year. Like
Yeah.
that's absurd.
So while I've got you all enraged, let's move on over to some happier things. Captain Cat Pants is the canon name of the cat character in DQ10.
DQ10? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna say true. That's weird.
It is false. I I made this up on a Dragon Quest Austin blog post like years ago, and then after that, Ryan Molina. It's false. It's not Captain Cat Pants, but it might as well be. I just as a joke called him Captain Cat Pants because he was my favorite character.
Right.
Ryan Molina did a video where we like did some voice acting, and I was one of the characters in that,
Yeah.
and we called him Captain Cat Pants in that video.
Nice.
And since then, I've heard other people make the joke
About
Captain
Captain
Cat
Cat
Pants
Pants.
to the point where now I'm not even sure if people realize where that joke originated from, which is why I think that it should be his canon nickname
I
at this
think it
point.
should be that it should be Captain Cat Pants. I
And so
agree.
just like recently, I can't even remember who I was talking to, but I talked to somebody recently and they were like, yeah, in DQ10, like Captain Cat Pants. And like, I kind of laughed. And I'm like, yeah. And like in my brain, I'm like, were they saying that because they knew I would get
New
the reference because it was like a joke I made? Or like, do they honestly think that? And I didn't know. And I didn't want to be a know-it-all and be like, it's not his actual name.
Not
But
actually the
anyway,
name. Yeah,
it makes me happy. So it's false, but let's be honest, it should be his canon
it
nickname.
should be
One of BJ's cats is named after Austin.
false.
I think it's false. Yeah, BJ
Right.
doesn't love me that much.
I
You
don't.
should have a cat named Austin.
We didn't actually name really any of our
Any of
cats
your
that we
cats.
have. My mom named Bella before she passed away, and I took her. Jennifer got Epi from the shelter and was just going to be a foster, and so we just kept her name while we were fostering, and then we ended up keeping her during COVID lockdown. And it's like, well, that's a weird enough name for a weird enough cat. Thomas was named by my brother-in-law when he was a stray cat before he got sick, and now we have a foster to maybe adopt here named Climber because she was the first, like within 5 minutes, she climbed out of the little cage when she was like this big, or a playpen that we had her in. And so she's been Climber, though I say her name is Climesley von Meowingfield, is her full name. And,
Of
but
course.
that's not about you. It's not. Maybe someday I'll name one after your middle name.
Yes, thank you. The phrase "I'm not a bad slime" first appeared in Dragon Quest III.
False.
It is false. You're correct. You get a bonus point if you can tell me what game it did first appear in.
It's DQ4, right?
It is DQ4.
It,
Look at that. You got some bonus
it,
points.
yeah, I was thinking like
I
that
think you're
is
up to I think you're up to 17 now because of
okay.
bonus points and just you kind of cheating because you know the real life
I
stuff
know
off
the
the
real
top.
life stuffs.
You get some freebies. All right. Last one here. True or false? DQFM is eternal. Long live Dragon Quest. Long live Dragon Quest FM.
That one's true. That one's true.
I put true question mark.
That's true. Yeah, I think that was
um,
true.
all right, cool. So I guess
True.
we'll say you have 18 points.
18
So
points. All right.
anybody listening, 18 was the number to beat. If you got 18 or whatever, just share your scores with us.
Yeah.
Because we love playing games and we haven't got to play one in a long time. And I just want to see how well or how poorly everyone did. And how many people managed to beat BJ. My count may be off because I was trying to juggle the
Right.
questions and the score, but I think you got 18.
And I want to know
Um,
how many people got the think I had a cat named after you and whether or not we had the same couch
I
when we
want to
got
know how many
married.
people think I punched you for being too upbeat. Because I got to be honest, I think I got a lot of people with that one.
I think you did. You got me with that one and I was there.
That's true. It's true. Um,
You
anyway,
did
but
make
definitely, what
make
is
me put money in the douche jar at one point because I said that I liked lettuce more than Star Wars.
that's
You
true.
were
And
like,
there's been several times that I've said that I've very much wanted to punch you, but I've refrained because as I tell my children, punching is not the answer.
and this one is for the audience, one from me. True or false? I almost killed Austin by knocking him down a flight of stairs while we were sword fighting
with a claymore.
with a claymore.
And it's way too specific. So of
It's
course
true.
it's
That's
true.
true. That's true. We were we were sword
True.
fighting in my attic with a claymore, and I came down, and you lost your balance, and it was really almost a tragedy because you had a
As a
sword too.
as adults, like this was like maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah, this was me in my 30s, y'all. Like Austin was younger than me at that point, but I was in my 30s when this
Yeah, I was like in my
happened.
20s. Yeah. Yeah, I mean we weren't like
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
we were both married adult men playing with swords up in an attic.
working at a college, I was like
And I
the
almost
director of
died.
a center. You were an instructor. It was. I
I
don't know
almost
if you
died.
were
Yeah.
an assistant director at that point. I can't remember years, but
I don't know. Anyway, but thank you guys for listening.
yeah.
Let us know your scores. Remember, you can comment on YouTube at youtube.com/@DQFM. You can comment on Spotify. And if you want to share with us on socials, you can do that. We're at Dragon Quest FM on Blue Sky and Twitter. If you want to talk to me personally, I'm on Blue Sky at Dragon Quaston.
And I'm on Blue Skies, bjkgames.com, and Instagram is bjk.games. And if you would like to support the podcast, you can do so by going to patreon.com/DragonQuestFM.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Bye.